Hello there, my spooky darlings. So, I'm gonna go ahead and do something in this video. Don't mind my cat. They're playing. I'm gonna do something in this video because I feel that there's a need for it. So, I know that a lot of you that are on here have probably come from my TikTok. If not, this video is mostly for you. It's just to get everybody on the same page of understanding what's going on with this house. So here we go. Little information. Just to start off with, this house is built in 1917, making it over 100 years old. And it has a lot of its own features that are original. If you can't tell by the archways and such. It also, how do I put this? It's had its own problems where, of course, as new homeowners, it's a lot to take in when you have repairs and stuff you have to do because the house is older. But it's life, you know what I mean? So we've been dealing with that. But we're going to go ahead and get into some of the stuff that's been going on. So first and foremost, if you have come to my TikTok, you already know why that's going on too, if you have come. If not, those are my lovely cats that are just being nightmares. I have 5 of them, so pre-warning to anybody listening, I apologize for skittering around. That is not anything supernatural, it's just my animals. Yeah. Anyhow, so let's get into the actual stuff that you're probably wanting to hear instead of this. So first and foremost, when we moved in, I took a walk through by myself. My boyfriend was working at the time, and when I did, bless me. Bless me again. I had a really ominous feeling through the walkthrough. I'll admit that. And it was mostly just this, this vibe of loneliness. Like having somebody, like missing somebody. That's the best way to put it. Like I felt like I was missing somebody, and I chalked it up at the time to missing my boyfriend because he was at work. So anyhow, we move in, and as you can guess, because of 2020, it took us a while, and I had a lot of craziness to go around it to be able to move in. So when we finally did, we were pretty excited. We honestly didn't care about very much about what we had to do. We just were glad to have a home. So we started doing small repairs, not a whole lot of stuff. Like they had ripped out the carpet in here because of the factor it was pretty gross. And we replaced the floors, as you can see. So before we did that, we were doing some work in here, and I kept hearing, which was weird because I had headphones on at the time. I kept hearing somebody saying my name. And my real name, for those who really know me, it's not something that's easily said all the time. I kind of have one of those names that's mispronounced a lot, which is why I just go by Kiki most of the time, or a shortening of my real name. If you really want to get to know me, guys, give me enough likes and I'll give you my real name. I'm kidding. I'm not like that. I don't care. I just like telling these to you guys and letting you in on the craziness that is my ghost experiences. But for real though, I do love actually hearing from you guys. So if you do want to message me anything, even if you just want to have somebody to listen to, your girl's here for you. Anyhow, back to what we were talking about. While I was, I was dealing with cleaning up and sweeping up and doing all that kind of stuff of just trying to get us to move in here. My boyfriend was downstairs and he was working on these floors to get them prepped to be done the way you see them. So he was in an entirely different floor, and it's a decent sized staircase up. And I was in what was going to be our bedroom later, and I kept hearing somebody saying my name. And they were saying it loud enough for me to hear it through headphones. So every time I didn't get an answer, I kind of got freaked out because, my boyfriend was down here, and he was wearing headphones too. So I have absolutely no explanation for that voice. And then one of the times when I was coming home from work, I used to work, because I shifted it to to not be in this kind of crazy situation again. I was coming home and it was still dark out from work. I worked thirds, and I was in my garage by myself. It's a 2-car garage, so it's pretty big. But here's the thing. There's only 2 ways to get into it. One, the garage door, which I had shut, and the button was in my car so that, I could just push it again when I had to go to work. And then the other way was in through the doorway that I was standing at. So somebody would have had to either got in exactly when I opened the door and walked in with me, which I thought could possibly be a small child. I live in a neighborhood that has a lot of kids, and I hate to say this, but some of them are hoodlums. So I figured maybe one of them was trying to mess with me and get in my, my car and steal stuff or whatever. But no, I checked my back seat of my car, I checked under my car, I checked around my car. I went through some efforts before I went back inside, locked up my garage, and just chalked it up to being tired. Fast forward about a month. And now during this whole time I was having what I will call night terrors, because sleep paralysis is different. Sleep paralysis is usually more where you can't move during your experience, while night terrors are more when you see people sleepwalk and stuff like that. That's more common for night terrors than for sleep paralysis. So I call this night terrors. My boyfriend and I sleep with our bedroom door open because, as you can tell by the cats, they like to go in and out of rooms as they please. And we like letting them lay with us because they are big babies. Especially my biggest chunky cat, which you probably can see right here. Yeah, that one. She likes laying with us a lot. So we leave the door open for her and for the other cats. During the night I was having for at least the first couple of months, I haven't really had it lately. I think that's more or less because there's less of an opportunity for it, the best way to put it. I was having where I was seeing some kind of shadowy figure. I have a trapdoor attic, which means it's one where you actually have to lift it entirely. Like, it's got 2 handles and you pull up or you push up. If you're, from coming from down, or if you're inside of there, you have to yank it up. So it has no staircase or anything that helps you actually get up inside of it. It's just literally a door. Now, there was fingerprints on it, and it looked like the only way that they could have been made was to be inside the attic and reach under to lift it. And my bedroom door frame, before I cleaned them off, had fingerprints too. Like somebody was reaching from the attic to try to pull themselves in. So that freaked me out. If you really want to see that, I do have actual evidence of those photo prints, or the fingerprints. I did a TikTok of it because I ended up talking about it and then finding where I could show it to you guys right after I was talking about it. So that's kind of freaky. If you watch the videos, you can see in the sequence, I don't really have time to do that myself. Like, video time stamp wise, I think there was maybe 5 minutes between posting the 2 videos, between talking about it and then showing the fingerprints, because I went to use the bathroom. And I say that in the video, that I just got out of the bathroom and I saw it. And I did. I went to use the bathroom. I was hearing creepy noises. And I went outside, and my bathroom is right next to my bedroom, like literally catty cornered. And there they were. So that was fun. But with the attic, it's not as traumatizing to me as our basement. Our basement has a crawl space. Now, also, if I don't want to keep saying just go check out my TikTok, because I don't want you guys to think that I'm just trying to get my TikTok famous. Like, if I wanted to do that, I would be like, like and subscribe, guys, yay! But I don't care about that. If you want to do all that, feel free. I'd love more people to, you know, share this stuff with. But if you don't, I'm not gonna twist your arm. I just want to entertain to the degree that these things have happened to me either way. And I'd rather laugh about it or tell somebody about it and have them feel like they have a connection to a degree because maybe they've experienced something similar and have somebody to talk to. Like, as weird as that sounds, just having somebody else to talk to about this stuff is nice. Like, you guys are kind of mental therapy for me to talk about the stuff I can't really talk about others because my boyfriend isn't. He's not a religious man. He doesn't believe in ghosts. He doesn't believe in spiritual stuff. He kind of hates when I even talk about this stuff. To a degree, I think it's kind of terrifying for him because, like, if he has to admit it's real, then I think he's probably experienced more things than he'd like to admit to. But different people deal with this in different ways. And if that is the case where you are dealing with something and it terrifies you guys, tell me, okay? Trust me, there isn't very much that you're going to tell me I haven't experienced way creepier or exactly the same kind of stuff. So feel free. If you just, like I told you, you need somebody to talk to, I'm here. Especially about this stuff. And even if it's just, hey, I'm having a hard time because of everything that's going on in the world, I got you. So, anyhow, the grave markers out in the yard that I talked about in a different video, I think it was about a couple days ago, I still believe that they're just pet ones. I feel like it might have been like, well, I came to find out that the previous owner or tenant to this place, I'm not sure if they were renter or if they were owner, he was an ex-police officer who worked for canine units. And he had a German Shepherd, which is funny because I own a German Shepherd, Husky, and Carolina dog mix. He built a fence that's specifically made so that the dog can run back and forth in the yard, which, oh my gosh, I love that because he enjoys it too. Like, every now and then I just let him go in there and just run. But he gave this, if it is a pet, the last name that is his. And I looked up to see if it was anything worse than just possibly a pet, because I don't really believe that somebody would if they were gonna do that. And first of all, it's against the law to actually bury somebody on your premises. Just so everybody knows, that's not normal. That's not something you can do. Okay, but this planter. Marker. It's got his last name on it. And it doesn't have where it says like Benjamin or anything like that, which is the name of the person. The name on the marker is Ben. Just Ben. And then it's got where it's a little strewn from wear and tear. And I want to say the giant crack in it where it's been damaged, so it's a little hard to read. So in all truth, if it's not, then that man has some explaining to do because, like I said, it's technically against the law to bury on your own premises like that. There are people who do get sometimes the rights, but you do have to fight for it, essentially. Like there's family plots and stuff that have been sanctioned, and like you guys can look up all this information if you want to, but it's not something that you normally can have where you just do that. So anyhow, so with everything that's going on, I wanted you guys to know that like the creepiest stuff is probably the ones that are the least terrifying to most people, just because like I expect creaks and noises and sounds and weird stuff. I mean, I have so many animals that run around in this house. Hearing noises aren't something that I instantly go, ghost, you know what I mean? But there was one day, and I talked about this, but I kind of want to just go into a little bit more detail. So, okay, basically, I told you guys my roommate's little brother, he was having some personal stuff going on. And again, I'm never going to tell you guys, no offense, anybody's personal information that isn't mine. All right? If it does not involve me in more the sense that he just wanted to talk about it, it's not my business to tell. So sorry about that. You're never going to know about that. I apologize. But basically, he was having his own drama go on in his life. And his brother was at work. My boyfriend, who normally talks to him because he's young and he just needs a friend, he was asleep. And I had just gotten off work. Mind you guys, I work really early, like before the sun comes up. And I usually get off before noon or at noon. So I get off in a decent part of the day to be able to do stuff. He comes over at about, like, I want to say 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's bright and sunny out. So there's no, like, creepy atmosphere or anything like that. So anybody who thinks that it was just us chalking it up to this house, he doesn't even know that there's anything going on haunt-wise prior to that. He honestly, I've never talked to, like, anybody until after this about this stuff because they weren't experiencing anything. So I just kept my mouth shut because I've experienced it my whole life. So am I just going to spew that information without somebody else having something backing it up? No. So we're sitting, we're talking. As you can guess, he's getting into what he needs to actually talk to me about. And he's having a moment where he's, just in his feels because it was some big shit. And all of a sudden, we just hear, and if you hear something in the background, I think my TV upstairs is on playing, or one of my roommates is. We just heard random music. And at first, we didn't know where it was coming from. I had my suspicions because my one roommate, he has a tendency to blare. He's actually really good at the volume, but he always plays music. So there's always like an ambient sound, if you know what I mean. So I'm figuring, which is weird because he works most of the week. Like Monday through Friday, he's working and he only has the weekends off. So it was like a Tuesday. And it's at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And he usually works until 9 p.m. So I'm just like, did he not have work? Did they call him off? So I went upstairs and of course, my roommate's little brother went with me because it's only 3 of us in the house. Like I said, my boyfriend was sleeping. And this music's just randomly playing. Hey, baby girl. So we come to figure out it is my roommate's room that's playing music. But here's the messed up part. He did have off. And he was out and about. Oh, my cat. Sorry, guys. She's the chonky one. But he was out with my other roommate. And they were going to the mall because he needed to get your face out of there. Get some stuff, right? Let me move this so she doesn't knock it over. So he was not home. Like I said, it was just us 3. Stop it. She's so cute, isn't she? And if before anybody says anything with like Bluetooth or syncing up with the phone to the music, he does have that, yes. But you have to be in a certain amount of distance, stop it, for it to work, as you can usually guess, because if you've ever used any kind of Bluetooth device, once you go to a certain distance, it doesn't work anymore. Well, he was at the mall. I live like 20 minutes away from the mall. That's over like 10 miles. I don't know any Bluetooth device that does 10 miles, guys. And at the exact moment that happened, they were in the food court. Over 10 miles away. Just getting pizza or something like that, I think they said. I don't remember. It's been a few days, you know what I mean? But we can't explain that music. Because unless magically, like, it's synced up for no reason, which again wouldn't make sense because Bluetooth, it's a distance. There's no explanation as to why that music started. There's no explanation as to why I see and others see. And I thought it was just me, but I had a good conversation with my one roommate. And we just sat and we talked about how we both have experienced this kind of stuff our whole life. Like his mother's quite religious and like my family was religious, but not in the sense that they were like Bible thumpers or anything like that. I mean, we used to go to church like on Christmas and stuff like that, but we didn't go every Sunday or every week or anything like that. I don't have any set religious views because I know somebody's gonna end up asking me that. I believe more in karma, guys. You do good, you get good. You know, be a good person. That's all you really need. I don't care about much more than that. You can believe in the flying spaghetti monster to me, and it wouldn't make it a difference. I do pre-warn guys. I have this on a counter, and all my cats are sitting on this counter right now. So I'm hoping they're not gonna knock over my tripod. But yeah, I wanted you guys all to get on the same page of understanding what's going on in this place. Like, it's not in it's not a creepy place in the sense that bad things are happening. It's not like Amityville horror type of a story where we're having things break. And that was a cat, I promise. Or anything like that. I have a bunny cage because I have a rabbit and they like to jump on top of it, and I can't yell at her to get her down right now because that would hurt you guys' ears. So just know my cat's in trouble later. Anyhow, oh girl, really? She is a beautiful cat though. Look at that baby. Right? Oh god, I love her. Anyhow, I just wanted you guys to all be on the same page. Stop it. I understand that not always are haunts big things, but don't unvalidate yourself because you think, well, it's only this, it's only that. Oh, blah 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 blah. So small things don't make it nothing. It doesn't necessarily have to be a ghost in the sense of you can see it, okay? I hate to say this, but I know that behind me a couple of times, which actually is why I stopped recording one of these. I might put it up for you guys because I slightly think I caught something during it. Stop headbutting it! Goodness. I think I might have caught something in the one that I stopped recording, but it's like the same information, so you guys would have to put up with 2 videos of the same stuff. So I don't know if you guys want me to, I can put that up. But I think I caught something behind me either over here or over here because I was just sitting here and all of a sudden there was just a black form. But I could be wrong. I'm gonna watch it later and see for you guys. But I wanted to let you guys know a little bit of what's going on. We haven't really had very much since the noise of the music, and that's about it. My roommates keep seeing, like I do, shadow images or people or things. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. I'll let you know if there's anything else going on. I do want you guys to know that if you ever need anybody, even if it's, like I said, just an ear, I'm here. I love helping others. I love being there for others. I enjoy the factor that you guys, even if it's very few at at this point right now, do actually enjoy listening to these. I do love the factor that over on my TikTok I have a little family of followers that I adore. You guys make me happy. So if you're from there, much love. If not, and you're just seeing this randomly, first of all, it's a crazy thing to just randomly come into. So I do apologize for the unloading of a shit ton of stuff all at once. But sometimes stuff happens and it's not always where you can explain it. And I want you guys to understand that even if that's the case, don't unvalidate yourself. Don't make yourself think that it's not real just because you can't explain it. Sorry for my arm. My cat's right behind the tripod. I'm trying to get her not to knock it over again. So, yeah, guys. I love you all. I hope to see you in the next one. And if there's anything at all, especially since it's a spooky month, let me know. And I will try to get that out for you. I'm trying to think of some stuff you guys might want to see besides just these little stories. I was thinking of maybe doing some horror movie reviews of some films that you might not have even heard of. So I might do one of those next for you. I love you all. See you in the next. Bye, my darlings.